The sky darkens in the middle of the afternoon. The air gets heavy still. A low rumble vibrates in your bones. It's a primal feeling, a warning baked into our DNA. A thunderstorm is coming. We think we know them. Lightning, thunder, rain, maybe some hail. Simple, right? Wrong. What you're looking at is Chicago, from just a few weeks ago. A scene that looked more like an alien invasion than a weather forecast. A terrifying, churning tidal wave of cloud that swallowed the skyline, blasting the city with lightning and winds over 90 miles per hour. That wasn't just a thunderstorm. That was something else. And it's a perfect example of how little we actually know about the true power and sheer weirdness of the storms that rage above us. So today we're counting down the top 5 most mind-blowing things about severe thunderstorms. First up, that monster in Chicago was a derecho. A derecho, Spanish for straight, is essentially a line of angry thunderstorms that have linked arms and decided to sprint across the country together. Think of it less like a spinning tornado and more like a massive atmospheric bulldozer pushing everything out of its way with straight-line winds. To be officially classified as a derecho, this line of storms has to produce consistent wind damage for a stretch of at least 240 miles, with widespread gusts over 58 miles per hour. That's not a bit windy. That's your trampoline is now in the next county windy. The viral clips of that apocalyptic shelf cloud and 5 simultaneous lightning strikes on downtown skyscrapers, including the iconic Sears Fine Willis Tower, showed the power of a true hurricane of the land. Number 4 is the finely tuned elite special forces unit of the storm world. I'm talking about the supercell. You've seen the pictures. A giant, isolated, rotating cloud that looks like a UFO has decided to park itself over Kansas. Storm chasers call them motherships, and for good reason. What makes a supercell so dangerous is a persistent rotating updraft known as a mesocyclone. In a normal storm, the rain-cooled downdraft eventually chokes off the warm updraft, killing the storm. But in a supercell, the rotation keeps them separated. The updraft can continue to pull in warm, moist air like a jet engine, making it a perfectly organized, self-sustaining storm engine that can last for hours and spawn the planet's most violent tornadoes. At number 3, for decades, high-altitude pilots would report seeing something impossible. Brief, ghostly flashes of light above the thunderclouds. They were not crazy. Welcome to the world of TALIs, or transient luminous events. This is the secret rave party that thunderstorms throw in the upper atmosphere. You have sprites, which are huge, faint, reddish-orange flashes that look like giant jellyfish reaching for the edge of space. And they're not alone. There are also elves, which are enormous, expanding rings of light, and blue jets, which are cones of blue light that shoot upward from the top of the cloud itself. It's a spectacular, large-scale electrical light show in near space that we almost never get to see. For number 2, let's talk raw power. Let's start small. A single bolt of lightning. The air in a lightning channel is heated to about 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. But that's just one bolt. The energy released by an average severe thunderstorm is equivalent to a 20-kiloton nuclear bomb, the same size as the one used on Nagasaki. One storm, one bomb. With about 2,000 thunderstorms active at any moment worldwide, our planet casually unleashes this power every single day. Finally, at number 1, let's talk about the ice. Hail forms when raindrops are carried upward by a storm's updraft, freezing and collecting more water on repeated trips. Each trip adds a new layer of ice like a terrifying frozen onion. The stronger the updraft, the bigger it gets. Storm chasers have a term for hail bigger than a baseball: gorilla hail. The US record holder from South Dakota measured 8 inches in diameter, bigger than a volleyball, weighed almost 2 pounds, and fell at over 100 miles per hour. That's not a weather event, that's an aerial bombardment. So there you have it. From land hurricanes that swallow cities, to rotating motherships spawning tornadoes, to secret space jellyfish, nuclear-level energy, and gorilla-sized ice. The next time you hear that rumble in the distance, maybe you'll think of it a little differently. If this video struck you with the force of a positive leader, zap that like button. If you have your own crazy storm story, unleash it in the comments below. We really want to read them. And to make sure you don't miss our next forecast of fascinating facts, summon a subscription by hitting that bell. Don't make us send a derecho to your recommended page. Stay curious and stay safe.